Welcome to PaleriderTV. You know the stories. This might even happen to you before, but you're trucking down the road, somebody pulls out in front of you, or somebody causes an accident. You're involved, and guess what? You get charged or blamed for the accident, and it wasn't even your fault. Just because you're a trucker, you're going to get blamed most of the time. And this story takes it to a higher level, I believe. So this is out of Seattle, Washington. The news source is King 5 News. Now I'll put the link to the news story in a pinned comment so you can watch it fully without me interrupting and commenting on it. So here we go. Just hold on to your seats.
Patrol sergeant has turned in his gun and badge after he was disciplined for citing a truck driver in a crash that was actually caused by a rookie trooper.
The King 5 investigators exposed this case a year ago, and tonight, Chris Ingalls has the results from the State Patrol's own internal investigation.
They did an internal investigation. State trooper turned in his gun and badge, but it's not what you think. So let's continue with the story and the poor truck driver.
Got probably about 1 million miles driving on I-5.
Trips down Interstate 5 are not the same for Sean Fouch, a longtime trucker. He now gets anxious when he sees the State Patrol.
I'm a lot more cautious now than I was before. More nervous about if they're after me.
His fear is not unfounded.
I don't blame him there. You don't know. They charge you with the accident. It's not even your fault. You never know what you're going to do. So if you're in the back of your head, you're going to get it pulled over for an inspection or whatever, and something's going to come out of it. You're going to get charged or a ticket or a warning or whatever.
Patrol headquarters, a year-long internal investigation determined a State Patrol sergeant pinned this crash
You okay, buddy? Yeah.
that injured a rookie trooper on an innocent driver, Fouch.
Is it fair to say the sergeant framed that truck driver?
I think the phrase framed is a pretty weighted phrase, and so I'm going to stay away from that. I will say that the sergeant pushed a false narrative.
But he did set the trucker up for a negligent driving citation.
I absolutely agree.
I like the word framed. Truck driver was framed for an accident caused by a rookie state trooper. Framed, but I like that, but they're not going to go that far.
Fouch drove his big rig on northbound I-5 in August of 2022. Suddenly, a State Patrol cruiser veered from the road shoulder over several lanes and into Fouch's path.
Wow, right there. She just drove way over there, right in the, man, that's crazy. Oh, boom, wow.
Even with telltale evidence from dash cameras, Sergeant T.J. Johnson pushed
hold on, let's go back a minute. See this
the
again.
road
Here we go.
shoulder
Watch
over
this.
several
Watch
lanes
this.
and into Fouch's path. Even with telltale evidence from dash cameras, Sergeant T.J. Johnson pushed prosecutors to pursue a negligent driving violation.
That reminds me of the video I did last year, the year before, about the Cabot, Arkansas police officer out in the middle of Highway 67, and that truck driver coming down the road, not even paying attention or whatever, and crashed right in the back of the cop car. Luckily, the officer was out of the car. But all right, let's go on.
Fouch's commercial driver's license.
They knew they were in the wrong, and they were just trying to cover themselves.
Fouch's defense lawyer found even more evidence of a cover-up.
Just for the record, this is kind of unusual, but I'm definitely on your client's side for this case.
Hey.
I don't think an infraction should have been written.
That's the State Patrol's own crash expert who blamed the young trooper for the wreck.
The sergeant went ahead, though, and proceeded with the infraction. That was a false allegation.
What it appears to me is that they all circle wagons around him and are trying to insulate him from any possible backlash.
The Blue Line Gang, they're going to take it up for each other no matter what. That's a whole different story.
Internal investigation found Sergeant T.J. Johnson committed ethical violations, misconduct, and, after King 5's story triggered the internal investigation, insubordination.
The sergeant was saying things about his command staff and the command of the Washington State Patrol and acting in a way that was not following the authority that he's sworn to. One thing we learned is that King 5 was dead on with their reporting a year ago. Everything you reported was accurate.
Johnson and the State Patrol Troopers Association did not respond to our request for a comment.
Of course
but in the face of discipline,
in this case would have been demotion back to a trooper.
The 30-year veteran retired with full benefits.
What? He retired with full benefits. You think he should have been fired or even charged for that? Come on now. Full benefits? That's wrong.
Taking
I
his
agree.
pension.
I can only say that the final outcome is the same. The person responsible for this is no longer a part of this organization.
It isn't just the sergeant. Internal investigators here at State Patrol headquarters also found the sergeant's lieutenant is partly to blame. The report says an unnamed lieutenant failed to take appropriate action in the case. He ordered Johnson to drop the charge, but didn't follow through. The lieutenant earned a reprimand. And the young trooper in the accident, Firawat Apposite.
A reprimand. Don't do it again, Lieutenant.
For inappropriate vehicle operation and given 10 hours of driver retraining.
Retraining. 10 hours of driver retraining. Rookie driver. I don't know. You think he should have been fired too? Because he wanted to ride along with the sergeant. So that makes him just as bad as a sergeant. You don't call him out for doing something bad. You're just as bad as he is. Watch this part here. This kind of crazy here.
Perhaps most important, the patrol says it's using this case to remind troopers new and old.
We were wrong, and we're sorry.
That their oath to serve is more than just words. In Olympia, Chris Ingalls, King 5 News.
That's it, King 5 News. They don't, a lot of them, well, it's a whole different story, but they don't, a lot of them don't. They take the oath, but they forget about it shortly after. But you see that? It looks like the military or something. What is it? Militarization of the state troopers out there. I don't know. It looks crazy. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. But what do y'all think about this? You think the troopers should have been fired, all of them, the lieutenant, sergeant, and the rookie, or just disciplined? They want the sergeant retiring before he could be disciplined. That's crazy. But he has full benefits. And poor truck driver, he's, even though he, everything was dropped, you think he's got a lawsuit here? Does Washington State have qualified immunity for the officers? Can he sue the officers individually, especially the sergeant? Or will he have to go after the police department in the city or the state or whatever and end up causing the taxpayers money? So I don't know. Don't know what he's going to do, but what would you all do about this situation? Let me know down in the comment section. So like I said, the full video will be down in the pinned comments. So I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day and stay safe.